My name is David Breakstone, and I had the privilege of having Marty serve as my senior advisor for the last several years as the vice chairman of the World Zionist Organization. I could go on and on about all the different projects and things that we were able to achieve there as a result of Marty's efforts. I'll mention only three because I think they symbolize three different aspects of what he really believed in. One was during one of our wars. The truth is I can't remember just which one, but the tourists weren't coming, people were staying away, and Marty said, we're going to organize a solidarity mission to Israel in the next 48 hours or so. We're going to have 100 people here. I said, Marty, don't be ridiculous. It can't be done into that amount of time. We're not going to be able to bring those people. And guess what? Of course, you all know that he indeed managed to do it through the incredible connections that he had. Another major event that we organized was a journey in Herzl's footsteps through Europe. Again, with over 100 people from all over the world, an incredible journey that wouldn't have been possible without Marty being persistent and really mobilizing people to come together. And the third was recently an educational conference that we had in Israel for people who were committed to the centrality of Israel and the development of Jewish identity. And I mention these three things because the first symbolizes how important it was to stand in defense of Israel and to make sure that people around the world stood staunchly by our side regardless of the trouble. The second, to me, symbolizes the vision that he had. It wasn't simply a journey in Herzl's footsteps about the past. It was really about renewing, reclaiming the Zionist vision. And it was so important for him to be able to facilitate that, to allow people to be able to do that. And the third, with the education, was really about making sure that his love for Israel and his passion for Zionism would be something that would be transmitted to another generation around the world. But the truth is, all of these accomplishments, that's what he was being paid for. But it was the things that he wasn't being paid for, I think, in many ways that were most important. It was uncanny, unbelievable, the number of people who would come through our offices. This one was his chanich in Tel Yehuda, and this one was a volunteer of his in project in Ashkelon, and on and on and on. It was unbelievable. You know, there's this thing of the 6 degrees of separation that we're all connected to everybody else in the world through, if we can make 6 different connections. If you knew Marty Davis, it was reduced to 1. His network, his social network was just unbelievable. And when I would remark on it, it leads me to perhaps as I said, he was my senior advisor, and I think the best advice he gave me had nothing to do with work and everything to do with work. When I would talk about all these connections, and he would sit there, we all know Marty knew how to schmooze with people and so on and so forth. He would tell me from time to time, David, make time for people. Make time for people. You're always with work. You're always trying to get something done. It's not going to happen unless you make time for people. And that's a piece of advice I want to pass on, that he passed on to me, to all of you. And the final thing, and it was just, I mentioned it at his funeral. It was a few weeks before he passed away. And he was fighting and struggling. And I was telling, what are you giving me this kind of talk for? You'll be back at work and so on and so forth. But he was already contemplating what might be. And he spoke about so many of the things that you heard this evening that he had done. And he said to me, if I go, it won't have been a waste, will it? It wasn't. And we all appreciate it and love him and remember him. And as we just heard, he'll go on living through all of us. Thank you.